Hello, my lovelies. I am Madam Crystal Butterfly. Now, why don't we all head down to my author's kitchen and I will show you how to make some delicious, easy smoked chicken.
All right, my lovelies, to start off with, let's get our ingredients together. So for this recipe, we are only going to need 2 ingredients, and that is Tony Chachere's original Creole seasoning and some barbecue sauce. Now, I know the barbecue sauce that you guys are looking at right now is Kraft, but I ended up not using the Kraft. Instead, I used Sweet Baby Ray's. And even though I switched to Sweet Baby Ray's, it really doesn't matter what barbecue sauce you use. You can use whatever barbecue sauce suits you. Okay, now as you can see, my mother is cutting down the spine of the chicken. So we're spatchcocking the chicken. To do a true spatchcock, we would cut the backbone out, but in our case, we prefer to just cut down the spine of the chicken and open it up, because then we get to keep a lot of the extra meat, because in our opinion, it's a waste to just fully pull the spine out, because then you lose a lot of the really good meat. All right, now we are going to open the chicken up by mashing down the bones on the breast, which will get it to lay flat and cook a lot more evenly and quicker. Alright, next up we are adding the Tony Chachere's, and you are going to want to be very liberal when adding this seasoning, because you really don't need anything else after this, because when you put it on your smoker, you're getting the flavor from the smoke, you're getting flavors from this Tony Chachere's seasoning, which has all the different spices that you need, and you're gonna get a little kick from your barbecue sauce. Also, be careful when you're adding Tony Chachere's seasoning, because it has pepper in it, and even though my mother and I were careful not to sneeze on the meat, it still made us sneeze a lot. Now, I'm just going to go and get my smoker prepped and then put this beautiful bird on to cook. Alright, my lovelies, I just prepped my smoker, and the smoker I use is a Traeger. Now, I'm not going to show how I prepped my Traeger to make it ready to cook my meat, just because everybody's smoker is different, as in the preparation. Everybody's smoker handles that differently. So just prep your smoker according to your manufacturer's instructions. And now that my Traeger is prepped, I turned it up to 180 and I've got this chicken on the Traeger. So I'm gonna leave this chicken on the Traeger for about 15 minutes. Then I am going to turn up the temperature. Alright, my lovelies, it's been 15 minutes and I've turned the temperature on the Traeger up to 300, and I also put an aluminum pan with some vinegar water on the griddle, because even though smoking doesn't really dry out your meat, it's still a good idea to have some vinegar water in an aluminum pan to help keep the meat moist as it cooks. I'm also going to periodically, I would say every 15 to 20 minutes, come out and spray my chicken with a water squirter full of vinegar water as well, and this will just allow the chicken to stay nice and moist. So this is going to take a few hours to cook because smokers cook things nice and slow. So during that time, I plan to work on my book Curse of the Frog Prince Part 2 that I am still working on as of the filming of this video. And I just want to point out how, it's so simple to make a nice, tasty, cooked meal and still have time to work on any project or anything necessary you need to do, especially when it comes to writing your books. Alright, so my chicken has been cooking, I would say, for around 4.5 hours. So I am going to be working on the sides that I plan to have with my chicken. And the first side that I'm getting ready are some nice sweet potatoes. These are just 1, 2, 3 easy. All you have to do is wash them, put them in an aluminum pan, and make sure to stab them with a knife a few times on each side. Then put them on the pan and stick them in the oven on 400 temperature for 1 hour. Alright, my lovelies, so it has been, I'd say, about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and my meat is ready. So I am slathering it with some nice sweet baby rays, and I am going to leave it on the smoker for an extra, I'd say, 10 minutes, just so the barbecue sauce can meld with the meat nicely. And while it's doing that, I am going to turn my potatoes off and leave them in the oven to stay warm. Alright, my lovelies, while the chicken is finishing up, I am actually going to warm up a can of pork and beans real quick to go with my dinner. Now, I'm not adding any sugar to it today, but you should consider trying, I'd say, about a scoop of sugar cooked into your pork and beans, because a lot of times that does give them a little extra flavor. Alright, my lovelies, everything is nice and ready. So, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave me a comment, and if you have not yet, slap that subscribe button like it owes you money. And don't forget to give that little notification bell a ring. And with that, this video is a wrap. Now, my lovelies, if you please, excuse me, because my tummy is a rumbling and my taste buds are about to dance into a world of smoked chicken-tastic magic.